it's Jay and Trey here, and welcome to our podcast. Today's topic is all about tips and advice for college freshmen.
Okay, I'm Trey. I'm a sophomore at Lander University. I'm currently a CIS major, but I emphasize in software development. I've been using Java ever since high school. I was in coding class for one.
This is not no interview. You're not interviewing for anything. What are you doing?
I have to introduce myself. I know who you are.
Anyways, guys, we're gonna dive right into this on how to navigate through your freshman year of college. So, first thing first is classes. You want to go to class every day, even if you don't feel like it. Don't be a bum at the beginning of the year, because it will catch up with you.
Honestly, though, I feel like if you have a understanding of what you're learning in class, and your teacher says that it is optional, then it's okay to miss 1 or 2 days here. It's not that serious.
Says the person who don't go to his classes.
I go to my class. I have straight A's. What are you talking about? What, you want me to pull up receipts?
I don't want to pull receipts. Anyways, yes, guys. But if you can, go to class because if you don't, you'll be like, I got this. And then before you know it, your grades are going to flunk. I promise you. We as seniors, what's one thing they would go back that they regret from freshman year? And it's them saying they wish they had gone to class.
True, but if you know that you're not good at whatever class it is, then you should go, of course.
Yes. And then to follow that, schedules. If you know you're not a morning time person, do not schedule an 8 a.m. class. But sometimes you can't help it.
Yeah, that's true. ADMs can be dreadful, but the more that the more you go, you'll get used to it. I know there's a lot of videos out there that be like, you should schedule afternoon classes, but you don't always have that option. But
Mhm.
especially when it pertains to your major, you have to take those classes anyway. So you might as well go ahead and get it out the way now so that you can relax next semester.
Oh, another thing too. If you go to a 9 a.m. instead of an 8 a.m., listen, that 9 a.m. is going to feel like an 8 a.m. I promise you. You ain't going to want to get up for that either.
That's a whole lie. That's a whole lot.
The
I
9
had
a.m. feel like an 8 a.m.
no, I had a 9 to 10 to 11 to 12 before. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Listen, you want to get that extra hour of sleep? Okay. Yes. Anyways, guys, know your class, and if you can take it early in the morning, get all your classes done early in the morning so that way you can have the afternoon to go to work, rest, do activities, anything pertaining to yourself, because evening classes and afternoon classes are not it sometimes.
Yeah, also, y'all should try to at least make a couple friends with some of your classmates, especially the ones that have the same major as you, because you will get lonely. Y'all don't need to be focusing on love life and all that. Y'all are still little kids. Y'all are freshmen. What are what are y'all supposed to be doing out here on these streets? All y'all need to worry about is just going to that class, doing them assignments, and making friends.
Facts. Make connections. Because I'm telling you, you take a science class, zoology, biology, yeah, you gonna want to make friends with some classmates. Make a little group chat on, Snapchat, Instagram, or something. Share homework answers, compare each other, get quiz.
Well, let's not advertise that the kids should cheat out.
Yeah, yeah. Don't like cheat because obviously, like, yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's okay.
golden rule, don't cheat, but
Yeah, study,
together.
don't cheat.
Yes, go to the library and study together. Get a study group.
Exactly.
But B,
Yeah, so you want to talk about financial aid now?
hold on, we forgot the teachers. Make connections with your teachers, okay? Find your favorite professor. It'll make a big change because you just want somebody to go and talk to.
Oh yeah. As far as teachers, I don't make connections with all of my teachers, but I like to fill out the energy. Some of them I talk to a lot more than others, but I do have my favorites. Um, I say that if it's a class that you're really struggling in, no matter how you feel about the teacher, you should still go regardless. And office hours are there for a reason. Since we're at Lander, we have a smaller campus, so teachers are more accessible than larger campuses. On larger campuses, you might be dueling just to ask them about one question on one homework assignment. but it's better here because we do have a small campus and we can go to our teacher's office hours at any time.
And you want to take advantage of that. I promise you. Students who go to a bigger school, like Trey said, you're not going to get one on one attention with the professor. And if you'll be reluctant if they answer your emails or not, because we go to a small school and we get better connection by actually going up to the teachers in their office or just seeing them in the hallway. And some of them lack at emails, but that's a different story. So, yes.
They really answer emails here. That's another story for another day.
Yes. But make those teachers connections. Now, a big topic, financial aid. Do not wait last minute to get your financial aid situated.
Yeah, it's best to do your FAFSA early because you get more money that way. But I know that some of y'all can't help it because some of your parents don't get their W-2s until like later on throughout the year. Some like maybe May, January, February. But whenever your parents do get their information, you need to put it in as soon as possible because that ensures that you make more money. And at Lander University, um, we don't have that big of a financial aid department, but they try their best. I can say that much. They might send you down a paper trail, but they try their best. And if you
Rack
feel
up
like something's not getting done, then you know keep on going up there until they do it.
and rack up on them scholarships. Okay, get as much money as you can. Don't matter how much. Any little helps. Get like $200 to pay for a little book. Okay, get it. Cause these books be expensive. But you might get that one class that's like, oh, you have an option of getting the book or not. And a majority of classes you don't need a book. So do not buy a book in advance. I promise you, because you're gonna be like, oh, I wasted my money on this. Well, nobody told you to buy it. So
True,
wait till you get to class.
but there is a Lander University Facebook page where I think nursing students and like other students that actually get physical books, they do sell them for like a lower price than what the bookshop would. So I say ask around, get the invite code to that,
Or what's that
and
site? Chef?
I don't know.
It's Chef. Oh, Chegg. Chegg. Yes, Chegg has low book prices as well. Or like we said, find that friend
Yeah,
who is
read
happy.
along,
Yes.
read along. Yeah, friends will get you a lot of places. You can use them for their books, but don't let them know that. Just be like, hey, you want to study? And be like, oh, I didn't buy the book, but I mean, we can just look at yours.
Yes.
Just play it off cool.
Now our main focus of the day is when you go to school and you move on campus, we're going to talk about roommate situation and dorm life. First things first. When you move into a dorm, you want to be the first one to get in.
It's true. It's true. The
Mm-hmm.
first one in the room is always the one that takes control of the room.
Exactly. Set that thermostat to how cold you want it to be or how hot you want it to be, whatever temperature you prefer. Which, like, how you want to arrange your bed, whether it be like near the ceiling or like low as heck on the floor. If you want your desk under your bed or like beside your bed instead, or where you want to put the fridge. Oh, and also which side of the room you want to be in because one side might be more suitable than the other, especially where the outlets are. Because at Lander, the outlets are not everywhere, and the rooms are messed up.
Yeah, and I say in my case, when I first moved in at Brookside my freshman year, I say that I had a lot. It was it's a small room already, but the fact that I was the first one in there, it allowed me to put my things down a lot quicker than it normally would be when it's like two people, two families moving their kids in. It can get hectic at times. And only make sure that you're bringing the essentials. For me, I brought a lot of stuff that I didn't need for
Freshman year, I
freshman
did
year.
too.
A
I
lot
bought
of
too
stuff.
much, like a bunch of clothes that wasn't even needed, like a whole wardrobe, and I only wore like probably 2 or 3 jackets out of the 25 that I brought, and jeans. You have your favorite jeans, so you wear them same jeans like every other day or something.
Yeah, literally only bring the essentials because moving that stuff,
It ain't worth it.
it's bad. It's bad. Especially when mama and daddy ain't there. It's bad. It's bad.
And honestly, buy a mini fridge. Unless if you don't snack or drink like that, you don't need one, but it's beneficial to have one. You don't even got to be that big, really. And then a microwave, because
Yeah,
you're not
but
gonna
Later
always.
does have restrictions on what size your fridge can
Well,
be.
that's why I said mini fridge.
No, they have restrictions on the size of the mini fridge.
Yeah, like a little.
No, like they have like the exact inch measurement.
Mm. Well, mine's good. Mine's like that. It's nice and good.
But yeah, you need to set boundaries with your roommates too, especially when it comes to sharing. I know that in my case, I don't like to share food. Food is one of the only things that I do not share. If I share my food with you, that means that I have to somewhat like you or tolerate you being around me. And that's a big if because I will side eye you if you grab my food. And half the
Go
time
ahead,
I
tell
won't
me your roommate experience.
and half the time I won't talk to you for a whole week if you do. That's
See, no, for me, my worst room experience was my roommate talking on the phone 24/7 with her significant other. I understand, like, you long distance, okay, y'all can talk, but if you're gonna stay up all freaking night long talking on the phone and arguing on the phone, nobody wants to hear that all night. And then have the nerve to finally be 4 o'clock in the morning, go to sleep, and I'm having to get up to go to my 8 a.m. and like, oh, she gets to sleep peacefully, and I'm over here having to get up and then sleep half the night because I'm listening to them argue. Do not get that type of roommate. If you have that roommate, go ahead and get them checked, okay?
Yeah, I had a roommate like that too when I was in Brookside. We were butting heads for a while, and I ended up switching my rooms to live in Sinton, which is a suite, and everyone has their own room, but you still have three roommates, and you share a living room and a kitchen. But in my case, I had to deal with him like playing like basketball games and like movies late at night that he wasn't even watching.
That's annoying.
I think he was doing it more for like ambient sounds, but even then I wish that he would turn it down a little bit lower because he was blasting it all the way so like the people beside us could hear. Because in Brookside you share a bathroom, but y'all don't
That's
actually have
annoying.
a living
Yeah,
space together.
that's annoying. So, with that being said, have boundaries, okay? Yes.
Yeah.
You're going to sign that roommate contract, and y'all make sure y'all understand what has been written because you're signing it, because this is what's going to happen. You sign it and then nobody goes by nobody goes by it. And then you want to be nice and be like, "Oh yeah, please go by this. Please go by this." But then at the end of the day, they're not going to do it. So you really got to just put your foot down and make a demand.
Yeah, don't do that nice thing. Like I know people don't like to argue, but don't be overly nice. It's not going to
It's
help
not
you
going
in
to
the
get
long
you
run.
nowhere.
Like you're going to be like, "Oh, okay, this person's doing this one time. I don't like this, but I'm not going to say nothing about it." You have to speak up for yourself
Hmm.
because you don't have nobody else to do it. And if you let them get away with it one time, they're going to keep on doing it.
Exactly.
And you can't really say nothing because they're going to be like, "Well, why do you have a problem with it now? You let me do it all before." If you
Exactly.
find something that irritates you, you need to say it then and there. That roommate agreement is to ensure both of your well beings, but it's not always going to be pretty. And don't think you're always going to be best friends with your roommates.
Some roommates
That,
hate one another.
yeah,
Me and my old roommate don't even talk anymore. So like we don't when we used to go by each other, we didn't even make contact with each other, like eye contact or anything. We act like we were strangers.
yeah, because like even if both of y'all are genuinely nice people, you're not going to always get along. Some people aren't meant to be friends, and it's not great to force a friendship. If you notice that you and your roommate aren't getting along, then I say just don't worry about it. Sometimes you can live in the same space as somebody and then just tolerate them. Like if you know that you don't hate them, they don't hate you, just try not to make it awkward because if you make it awkward with your roommate, you have to think about it. You live with this person, so
For a year for
you have to
semester.
see them for 4 months in a row, and that's if you don't change your room.
Hmm.
Because if you do change your room, then you gotta get acclimated to different people, and you don't even know how that's gonna go.
And then with that, we're gonna backtrack to having a significant other. If you're gonna bring your significant other to your room, let your roommate know. Nobody wanna walk in on you and your significant other doing the deed, okay? I promise you. They will never look at you the same like, please do not do that. Let your roommate know. Or be like, hey, so I'm having this person come over. Do not come in the room from this time to this time. A nice message will suffice.
Yeah, and back to roommates though. You should make a group chat. Make a group chat on Snapchat or just get their phone number. I'd say Snapchat, but phone number can have its perks sometimes
And
because you'll have
IG.
direct contact.
IG, okay.
I don't think so. People
Yeah,
use
that's how me and my roommates connected. Like last year, we had the IG.
yeah, but I'd say people check Snapchat in their messages more.
But some people don't be on Snapchat like that because they said Snapchat's lame.
I know
Something, yeah.
But yeah, make sure you have direct contact with your roommate because you might forget your key one day and then your ass locked out of the dorm. And it's embarrassing. It is embarrassing.
Somebody forgot to mute their phone.
Cut. Okay, guys, we're back. Okay, so somebody forgot to turn their notification off. We're not gonna say who it was, but somebody did. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Make sure that you're friends with your roommate because at least be civil with each other because you're gonna get locked out of your room one day and it's not gonna be a pretty sight because
you don't want to have to call your college police department to come and unlock the doors.
Yeah, because they will take a while and you might have an easier time if your roommate's in there.
Or even the next door neighbors. Make buddy with them too, because sometimes it comes in handy.
True.
Oh, okay. Now, with that being said, when you live in a dorm, you have to take responsibility. So you're having to wash your own clothes and take care of your own things. So first thing first, when you go and wash your clothes and you're walking outside with your clothes basket, make sure you look behind you to make sure your clothes haven't fallen out of the basket. Because
I get paranoid about that when I be walking.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm like, I don't want to have one sock missing, and then like I'm like, oh, when I'm walking back, I'm like, oh.
Or your little tidy whities out in the parking lot, and then we have yik yak, so somebody take a picture of it. It's like, who underwear is in the parking lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, that junk is embarrassing.
Yeah, and
Oh
yeah. Stay clean. Don't be that dirty roommate. Like, it's okay to like have like something thrown around, but like within 24 hours it should be gone. Within 24 hours. That's just straight up disgusting.
So like a sloth, like you just like you eat something and you just throw it to the side.
Some people are just nasty though. Yeah. They'll just leave their dirty laundry everywhere. Like, or clean up behind yourself. You are in you are in college. This ain't high school no more. Clean after yourself.
Your parents aren't there to look after you, and your roommate isn't there to look after you.
Exactly.
Responsibility. What?
Because who wants roaches?
Or rats. Exactly. Or spiders. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and speaking of that, with the bathroom situation, everybody's got to take turns to clean the bathroom. And if you wash your hair, ladies, if you shave, please clean the bathroom out after you.
That goes for guys too. Nobody wants to see your pubes or like your leg hairs just everywhere.
Oh, and ladies, we have our monthly, so make sure everything's good with the toilet and on the floor, and wrap it up and put it in the trash can. Do not leave it exposed because nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, and I say always bring a plunger. Bring a plunger because your roommate don't want to come behind you and then see that you left a surprise for them in the toilet.
And the maintenance is not going to come and unclog it for you.
Yeah, you're required to do that yourself because that is your room and that is your job.
Period.
Oh, we should talk about mental health a little bit. A little bit,
yes. Because mental health is very, 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 very important, you guys.
Yeah. So if you're getting stressed out about a class or something, I say the first thing you should do is look at yourself and be like, hey, what is causing me to feel stress? Like, am I taking too many classes? Do I feel like I'm not paying attention enough in class or I don't have enough energy? Like, sure, you might be tired sometimes, but you have to cope. You have to cope because think about it. You're paying thousands of dollars just to be here. You don't want to just do it all for nothing. Like,
and you know what? Since you are paying that $1,000, get the help you need. Talk to a teacher. Talk to a counselor. That's what your money's paying for. Go and vent to them. You know what? You can find your favorite professor and just go vent to them. I know I have my favorite professor that I vent to. He hears it all.
Yeah, but don't trauma dump. Don't trauma dump. They don't want to know about your whole life story.
Sometimes they
But
do.
but if they feel like you're coming from a genuine place, they might extend that assignment, extend that test. Like they understand that you're taking other classes, so they might understand, but don't make it a habit.
Yeah.
Because if they see that you're doing this like every day, every night, they're going to see that you're not making any attempts to change this habit. So they might not be as willing to extend an assignment.
Yeah, and it's okay to take a mental health day where it's just like, don't do any homework assignments, stay in, watch a movie, listen to music. Hey, just sleep. Like
But yeah,
sometimes we need to shut down.
don't just go out there saying I'm not gonna do my homework today.
Yeah, no.
No,
Like have a valid excuse.
yeah, like if you can do all your assignments on Monday. Like you might only have like one thing due on Monday, but you know you got something due on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Go ahead and get it out the way, or at least start it so that when you do complete it, you already did it.
Be ahead of the ball game, okay?
Exactly. That's like me. That's why I got all these good grades right now because I do everything
Oh my
Monday
god.
to Tuesday.
Anyways, back to the point. Yes. And actually find something that's like therapeutic for you. For me, listening to music is my therapy. What's your therapy?
Same.
Listening to music?
Yeah, I listen to music while I'm doing homework. You know, it's nice to have background noise.
Yeah. Well, depending on the background noise, because here at Lander we have the gardeners and everything with the
But then again, that's not often. That's like
no, it
maybe
wakes
like
me up in the morning. I don't know what
like
you're talking about.
no, it's not
At
that often.
Winston? At Winston it
Yeah, I
is.
know because y'all have it right outside your door.
No, you wake up to that like yeah.
Um,
Okay.
I used to hate that girl. Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, with that being said, procrastination. If like he said, if you can get your homework done early, do not put it off and say, "Oh, I'm just gonna wait till this time." I'm just more than likely you ain't gonna get it done if you just keep pushing it.
Exactly, and especially if you don't have friends, like you're not gonna have any time to make any if you keep on doing it. And if you do have friends, that's less time to spend with them. I mean, unless y'all are studying together, but that's different.
Mm-hmm.
More work, less talking.
Anyways, guys, I hope these tips has been helpful and advice, and we thank you for tuning in into our podcast. I'm Alice.
I'm Trey.
Yes. Stay tuned for more exciting episodes coming your way. And don't forget to subscribe, comment.
And don't crowd the hallways. Walk. Get off your phones.
Yes, that is very true.
Yeah, that's it. Like,
Bye, guys.